there are certain things that you guys will buy, like these candles right here. And then you want me to, you guys will send pictures, but then sometimes you'll be like, can I just mail it to your PO box? And I say, sure, send it to me. I'll look at it. I'll tell you what it is, if it's good use. So now, these triple action reversing candles, as I've told you before, you got to be careful when you're doing reversing candles, okay? You want the black on top. No matter what, you want the black on top. And if there is a situation where you cannot get the black on top, then you burn candles like these. So you see these three here. So the red and black one is like for general reversing, like general reversing. You really want to get shit really off of you, mind, body, and soul. The white and the black one, it should be black and white, okay? And it should be black and green. And it should be, the white one is for health situations. So if you've gotten in a situation to where your health has spiritually been affected and it has not yet been embedded in you to the point where you are now sick, where you got to go to doctors and specialists, then you could use this. If you've been spiritually sick to the point where the doctors don't know what it is, the specialists don't know what it is, and it's gotten too deep in your blood, there's certain witchcraft, there's nothing, there's no spell, there's no ritual, there's no spiritualist, there's no root doctor that can take that out. It's gone too far. Now, the green one is for financial situations, money, for your growth, things that have been stopping you and blocking you, not blockages, but things that have been stopping you and blocking you from financially getting that abundance, the longevity, the surplus of things in business and at work, for the family and home, you being able to take care of people financially, then you will use that. But there are situations where if you cannot find it, when I make my candles, I put the black on top. I love putting the black on top. It's just easier for me. But in the instance where you're not getting that, then you will burn the black and the red first. All three have to go together, okay? And you need mirrors. And if you cannot get mirrors, then you need to use aluminum foil. And I've been saying this for how many years? Many years. So you will start, and this is like a basic breakdown. I'm not going to go too fully and too deep into it because y'all been watching me for too many years. And if you know how to do it, you know how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, then you need to consult a spiritualist, okay? You get a consultation from me. You could get a reading from me. And like I told you, when you get a reading from me, I don't need a long backstory. Give me the question, give me the name, give me the date of birth, and I'm going to tell you what it is and what it's not. When y'all go to people for readings and y'all telling them all y'all whole life business, they're going to pick and pick and pick and pick from that and throw back a story at you. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's why when I say I don't need a long backstory, I'm referring to readings. I don't need your whole life from 30 years ago. I don't. Ask me the question, I'll tell you what it is. Any real root worker and spiritualist and reader will give it to you just like that. Okay? No sugarcoating. I'm not telling you nothing to make you feel all good. I have, spiritual bedside mannerisms, so I'm going to give it to you as you need to hear it. But I'm not here to sugarcoat things when it comes down to spirituality, because a lot of y'all be going to people to tell y'all the sweet nothings. I'm not here to do that. Okay? I'm here to keep it real with you and help you spiritually get your shit back together. 100%. That is it. So you get your reading to find out what's going on. You start working with what the reading says. If the reading don't feel like it connects to you, then you can wait, or you can stop, or you can listen, or you can go to another reader. But let it adjust to you. And if you need the work done, get the work done. Okay? So you start with the black. You start with the red. You get your mirrors together. The petition is so important. And yes, you need a mirror. I went to Dollar Tree a couple of weeks ago. I bought 100 mirrors. I got the guy to bring me cases of what he had of mirrors. So the girl was like, oh, I could open them and scan them. And she was looking at one. I said, why you looked in my mirror? And she was like, I didn't, I said, I need that for work. Spell work. So she turned all purple and blue, and she was like, you don't look like a witch. So me and the kids and my husband, we started laughing and stuff. And then she proceeded to ask me like 100 questions and whatnot. And, she apologized after and whatnot. But when I get my mirrors, I don't want nobody looking at them. I don't want nobody touching them. I've given y'all these. I put them in y'all boxes because I want y'all to work on the mirrors. And not only do I want y'all to work on the mirrors, I want you to continuously work on that same mirror. There are instances where the mirror will crack, which it could be a good thing or a bad thing, a real bad thing if that mirror cracks. But I've shown y'all how to use the mirrors and place the candles on top and work them on a regular basis. Like, do not change that petition. Do not change that mirror. You will start off with lighting the black and the red. And the same psalms that you, like 3 to 7 times a day, you going in on these psalms. There are certain situations where you are going to be working specifically with your ancestors, with the saints, with the folk saints, and certain spirits of benevolence. Okay, you do not work spirituality, especially in hoodoo. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but you do not invoke demons and darkness and just malevolent energy when it comes down to working hoodoo, because then that's not a spiritual journey. Then that's not spirituality. Then that's not a good spell. You're doing nasty shit, and the darker you go, the more they will have time to keep you and connect you. A lot of people that started doing YouTube a little after me, they not on here no more because they decided to do the dark route. They decided to show y'all the darkness, and then they end up getting trapped. And then a lot of them have to come to me to get saved. And then what I don't like is that a lot of them are coming to me to get saved and to get cleansed and uncrossed, but yet they still doing nasty work and trying to attempt to do all types of work for y'all. And I don't care if they get mad. I always tell them, you need to tell your clients that you're going to take a break. Tell your clients that you on a spiritual hiatus right now, to where you are on a year break trying to get yourself together. But don't touch people and get people nasty because you are nasty. And they fully understand. Some of them are really grateful for it. And then some of them feel like they could still work customers and clients. And I tell them, if you're going to keep dirtying people, I'm not going to help you. And that's as simple as it goes. So you want to know the energy of people working for you, be it hoodoo, be it that they're Wiccans and pagans into Santeria, 21 divisions. Ask them where this came from. Ask them if it's in their bloodline. There's a lot of people that have Facebook groups and they claim hoodoo, and they are in there, man, killing these people spiritually. They really are. And it's like, I always tell people that come to me, I don't need names of who was doing things to you. I don't need to know that witch's name, that worker's name. I don't need to know all that. I'm just here to help you. And you get people that have a lot of big mouths and they want to tell the story and they want to do this. And I'm just like, you know, you was cool with her all these years. The minute you realize that you wasn't getting what you wanted because she was making you do darkness. Well, she wasn't making you. You was doing the darkness along with her and the other hundreds of people in her group. You're mad now because you're fucked up. So you want people that really, really want the help, and you want people that really understand where you're going with it. And when I get people that want to talk about all the other spiritual workers' business, I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to talk to them. Because you didn't have any trust in this worker. Now you don't. But before you did. And then now you don't because you realize you was fucked up. Because you was fucking yourself up. Nobody else. You got to be careful with people like that. You don't want people sitting around telling names and telling the business. Like, you want to be able to really trust these people. These people want to be able to trust you. So there's a lot of things that you do not want to engage in, especially if you're a spiritual worker and you're watching my channel. Don't trust those people that come and do that. Back in the day, man, when I had Etsy, there used to be so many people coming to me, telling me all the business, and I would stop them automatically and I tell them, no, you don't do that. You had some kind of level of trust in her at one point in time, and now you're exposing all of her business. You don't do that. And I don't deal with people that go in between workers. If you have a worker right now, you stay with your worker. The most I will maybe do is do a reading for you. But other than that, I'm not going to work with you if you're working with 10 other people. I'm just not going to do that. I've met so many people that want me to work with them and the worker, then they get mad. Oh, why you can't do it? Well, how are you going to know who's doing what? She already is not doing shit for you. He already can't help you. But now you want me to come and clean up the worker's ass, clean your ass, and then fix every single thing that they messed up. I'm not here to fix the problems that the other worker did. I'm here to fix you. So if you have clients like that, be careful with them, okay? You don't want that. So quickly, back to what I was saying. So the black and the red, the mirror. You want that mirror. You want the mirror. Mirror what, $2? $1.25? Get a mirror. Get a mirror. Make sure that it has not been looked into. Not only by other people. I usually get the mirrors in the back, or I request I request for my little homeboy to get me some stuff that is still sealed in. Now, figuratively speaking, in my mind, nobody has looked into these, okay? Nobody has touched these. They're sealed in a box. They're fine. The minute you capture your energy into a mirror for reversing, it's not going to work. So don't use no old mirrors. Do not use any old mirrors. That is not a good, healthy spell to use an old mirror that has captured many, many, many souls inside of it. Just like, you know, the girl at the register, I wasn't upset, but I just was like, why you looked into it? You know? Like, you don't know what people are doing with their things. Like, why? Normally, if I go get a small batch, they're all turned over. They're all turned over, and majority of them, they're not even trying to look. Okay? And me not looking like a witch is a real good thing. Okay? So that's just how I carry myself. I don't need to look like one. Okay? I don't need to be all out there, you know, letting everybody know, hey, everybody, I'm a witch. Even though I hate the word witch, I prefer spiritualist. I hate the term witch because I told y'all the stuff that happened with witches back then and just how they burned so many. I did a bunch of stuff, but I don't like the term witch. I feel like it's derogatory to our spiritual ancestors and stuff like that, but that's besides the point. The black, as it burns, you start with your Psalms 52, Psalms 55 on a regular basis. And for many of these rituals, as a hoodooist, as a spiritualist, I believe in God and I believe in Jesus. But I do not call Jesus and God for certain rituals and spells. So you talk to your ancestors. You talk to the saints, the folk saints. You talk to the benevolent energies and the benevolent spirits. There is a difference between them all. A good set of reversing lights should be set in threes together, especially like this. But if you can get them with the black on top and the color at the bottom, then do it. When I make my reversing candles for y'all, I always put the color at the bottom and I always put the black at the top. The black is for that removal. This candle right here is not giving you that. Okay? This candle right here, the prayer is asking you, is praying to God and is telling you also, is asking for protection. A reversing is never protection. Okay? It's also asking God and Jesus to awake the dead. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's asking to invoke the dead, and it's asking to implore spiritual protection, and then it's asking for also the curses that the enemies send you to turn into blessings. This candle, everything in the back, this is a spiritual trap. Okay? This is a spiritual trap. Do not allow, if you're buying these, when my customer showed me the picture of this, and me and her, she started reading the prayer, me and her started laughing. She said, I knew you would laugh. I knew it. Because it doesn't make sense. So it's asking for way too many things. And then it has red, green, and black. Now, if this candle was just plain with the black on the top, and then it had the red and the green, I would say it's a go. I mean, I wouldn't want you to waste your candle, but the energy around it may be too already negative. So what I would tell you to do is to cut some of that red out. Cut some of that red out halfway, and then pour some black on top. Remove every single thing off of it. 7 times you're going to cleanse it. 7 times you're going to bless it. 7 times you're going to seal it. Okay? Because you don't, the energy that they put on it, they put it in words. They don't really care whoever made this and manufactured this in the shops or whatever they make them warehouses. They don't care about your spiritual needs. It's just reading it alone, I just felt like English was no longer my first language. Like it gives you a spiritual headache. And if you're trying to read something on a candle and it's giving you a spiritual headache, you don't know how to set your lights correctly, you're going to ruin things, you're going to mess things up. Okay? And I don't want you to do that. I want you to be able to do your work correctly with no problems. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed.